Hello everyone, and thank you for tuning in to today's channeling session. This session was a really amazing session that discusses in great detail some energetic changes that occurred after the 11/11 energy event to our water, and how we can use communion with water and nature more specifically, to aid in our ascension process. And it's really cool. So I hope that you like it as much as I enjoyed it and that you get a lot out of it. And we just wanted to remind you that all channeling is limited to the lens of the channel, the life experience of the channel, and the vocabulary of the channel. So when you're channeling higher guidance, they have to use what you have sort of in your data bank to be able to bring stuff through. So keep that in mind when you're listening to any channeling at all, and always take what resonates with you and leave the rest. And also really quickly, I'd like to touch on how Dianne gets her information. So she channels information and she speaks on behalf of the beings that would like to speak and have messages for to share. And then she also is shown images clairvoyantly, which she discusses and interprets for us. So she sort of bounces back and forth between the two. So, okay, thank you so much, and we'll get right into today's session.
So I am just going to say that I have been. They were showing me water, so they were just showing me visions of water, and so I'm now tapping into that and asking them what information it is, if there's any, that they'd like to bring through about water. I don't know what that is, but I'm going to just see what it is that they're trying to say or want to say about that. So that's what I'm going to be doing now.
Okay, perfect.
Okay, so just so they want to say that water, and when we talk about water, we're talking about the water of the planet. We're talking about the oceans, the rivers, the lakes, all the different facets of water that are on the planet are of vital importance. They're showing me very energetic. Much of the energy of the planet comes from the water. It takes up most of the planet. Much of the planet is water, and the water is very energized, very energetic. What we would like to say about that is, as you were speaking before about what to do, how to open up.
Oh, okay.
They wanted to add, which was not said before, but they wanted to add and show how important the water is. So water is connectivity. There's a very strong connection between water and spirituality and the energy that can flow between the two. So they're saying that many of the people on the planet now have come from water planets. There are many planets out there that are water planets. So to many on the planet now, there's this connection that many in the third dimensional level here on the planet feel a great connection to water at a soul level in many ways, and it almost feels like home to them. So for many, it would be a very good idea, as you say, how do you connect in, and how do you raise your vibration and raise your spirituality. Water is a very big part of that. So it doesn't matter whether it's the ocean. Not everybody has access to the ocean, so it doesn't matter whether it's the ocean or a lake or a river or just a creek. It doesn't matter. Water is water. Water is all encompassing. It doesn't matter what facility it comes from or what the water creates. The water is the water, so it doesn't matter if it creates a creek or if it creates an ocean. It's the same. It has the same energetic value. So as a helpful suggestion, what we might want to say is if you want to connect into the planet and to at a soul level, water is extremely important to do that. So if possible, as you go out into nature, go find water, go sit by water, go be in water, go anywhere near the water that you can, and meditate on the water. Just sit quietly. And meditation does not necessarily mean you have to go into a lotus position and do what people think meditation is. All you have to do is be by the water and just sit quietly. Just sit quietly and contemplate on the water. Very important to give love to the water, to connect in with that water in any way that you can, that you feel comfortable. So if you just sit by the water and you just watch it, or you just be loving of what the water has to offer and giving thanks to the water, that is an amazing thing that you could connect in. That's an amazing thing for the water. It's an amazing thing for you. It connects you both in together. So again.
So be in communion with the water in a way.
Yes, become one with the water. Find a way to become one with the water, and even by thanking the water for what it does and what it gives the planet, that's very big. That's very large. That's a very, very big, important thing to do. It's gratitude for the water. It's important now more than ever. They're saying it's important now more than ever because of the energy. Again, this energy, that went around the planet, and this energy, it really just kind of opened up that, also the energy of the water, the energy that the water is giving out more than ever. So being close to the water, giving yourself time to spend around the energy of that water is going to be very, very positive and going to have a very positive effect on humans. So to take that in and to allow yourself to be open up to that as you sit by the water, with the water. And we like to say, sitting with the water is makes it more of an equal communication. You are one with the water.
Connecting in with the consciousness of the water.
Exactly. And you are one with the water, and you will feel that. As you do that, you will start to feel that. And the energy of that can be tremendous. The energy that you could get from that water as you become one with that water, and you understand the water, and you give the water love. And we laugh and say that some people might find that a little, funny to think about that, or think it's a strange thing. But don't look at it that way. Look at it in the way that communicating with nature. It's very easy to communicate with nature, and it's very important to communicate with nature. And again, the water is electric. The water has so much electricity and so much energy. It's just a vast amount of energy in that water. So connect in with that energy. It's a good practice also to see how you feel, to go and do that and see how it makes you feel, and you will walk away feeling better, feeling uplifted, feeling a lightness of being. It will create something within you that we won't maybe even understand where it comes from or why, but you will feel it. You will feel the energy if you allow it. If you allow yourself to feel the energy of the water, you will. It will be very very uplifting and could be profound. So we just want to give that information out.
Yeah, thank you. And is connecting with water in nature the primary goal when doing this? Is someone taking a bath or being in sort of man-made or altered water, like treated city water, swimming pool, these types of things, is it best to find water in nature, or is connecting with all water beneficial for people?
Water is always a benefit to people as long as the water is as pure as possible and is not filled with chemicals, such as a swimming pool.
Yes.
We look at swimming pools and say that is not pure water. That is water that is filled with chemicals, and that's fine if you swim in a swimming pool, but yet it's not pure water. So it loses much of its energy and its connectivity when it's tampered with, so to speak. Mm-hmm. So we suggest purest water possible, which would be in nature.
Okay.
To find water that is pure as possible. And again, sadly, we say with the pollution and with things that are being done to the water, it's hard to find water that is really pure. But natural water and water in nature is going to be the purest you can find.
Yes.
And be in that energy of that level of water of the purest level that you can find.
Yeah, and so something that I was hearing from you really sort of reminded me of like Native American practices, connecting in with everything has consciousness, and connecting in with the consciousness of the water. So just along the lines of validating anyone who may feel silly trying to connect with water, it's actually an ancient practice to connect in with the consciousness of nature, things of nature. According to Native American traditions and beliefs, everything has consciousness. So just
yeah, that is true. That is very true. Connecting in with any natural being is going to give you that connection. But even a stone, look at all the stones, that have magical powers. Everything in nature has its own beauty and its own energy and its own power, so to speak. So it's very important to totally respect nature, to respect the power it has, and to again become one with it. And we talk about the water because right now, especially with what is happening with the planet, the water is very energized. The water is very spiritual. The water is very giving right now. So we speak of water, but of course, any element of nature is going to be giving you that feeling of connection and connecting into the soul of the planet.
Yeah, that's exciting. Well, I'm excited to go find some water for myself then and experience that. Any other information that you would like to give us about that at this time?
And we just want to say that the again, it's all a matter of group consciousness. So the more people that connect in on any level, the more powerful the consciousness is going to be, and the more the consciousness is going to be raised. So it's important to know that it all connects. Everyone all connects, and everything in nature also connects. Everything, as we see, is energy line energy level lines going all over, connecting everything. So it's all one, it's all connected. And that's what is important to tap into, is that invisible energy line connecting you right into whatever it is you're doing. So if you can, as you're sitting at the water, or as you're communicating with a tree or with a stone, picture an energy line, just a line of energy going from you to that instrument,
almost like a cord, maybe.
Exactly like a white light of cord, just connecting the two of you. And if you can concentrate on that and just quietly just visualize a cord of light connecting the two of you to your heart. Your line coming out of your heart, going to the object, whether it be a tree or a stone or the water or a mountain, whatever it might be that you're surrounded by, will really help you connect in to find a way to do that. Because people say, well, how do I do that? You say to do it,
Yes.
but how do I do it?
Yeah.
So we just want to give you some information as to how to do that. So just imagine an invisible light of energy just from your heart to that object, and that will connect you in at a very, very profound level. So,
okay, so doing that imagery with the intention of connection is how to make that connection.
Correct, and at that point, then you can give your love, you can give your whatever it is you want to speak or feel from that object or from that piece of nature. Then you can do that. You can have a communication.
Mm-hmm.
You can have that communication from heart to the object to nature.
Thank you for that. I'm very excited to actually try that for myself. So thank you. Okay. All right. Well, that wraps up our session for today. Please don't forget to send us your questions that you might want answered in the comments below. And if you enjoyed this video, please hit the like button and subscribe.